Hello everyone, welcome back to Georgia Paper Crafts. This is Amber, and today I'm doing another coloring of Suzy's watercolor cards from Simon Says Stamp. This time I am using my Tombow markers and some water. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with the coloring. I'm kind of speeding through it, but I'm going to let you watch me color, and then I'll come back and show you how I put together the card. Once I was finished with the coloring, I pulled out my stitched rectangle frame dies from Avery L, and I cut that out of the piece, the colored piece, and then I also cut it out of some cardstock. This is really rainbow cardstock from Fawn. And I didn't want to waste the piece of the uh, pattern, not the pattern, but the piece that I had colored. I didn't want to just throw that away, the frame part of that. So I decided I'd go ahead and add the piece from the really rainbow paper onto that and add it, give it a little bit of extra dimension instead of just cutting off maybe a white piece of card to go behind it. So I'm stacking that up just to give it a little bit more dimension. And then what you're going to see is I want to also put a little bit of dimension behind the inner piece of the colored image. And I decided to do that using some fun foam. However, you'll see that in just a few minutes. Right now I'm going to go ahead and try and get this all straight and kind of adhere it to the cardstock, or card base I should say. The card base is my usual A2 size white card base made out of heavyweight cardstock from my stash. I'm going to go ahead and adhere this using my glue, just adding some to the back of the rectangle frame. This is in real time, so I'm sorry it looks like I'm being slow, but it's kind of my normal speed, which is not real fast. Once I get that adhered onto the card base and adjusted how I like it, I'll go ahead and pick up the inner portion of that rectangle and I'm looking here and deciding I want to pop it up. So I'm going to pull in some yellow fun foam from my stash. This is just from a pack of fun foam I bought at the local craft store. I'm going to cut down a piece to go behind it. This is the craft foam that does have a sticky back on it. So I'll just need to adhere one side to the back of this card front. And then there'll be, you can see that white piece. I'll have to take that white piece off and the stickiness will be on there. I'm going to use some double-sided tape just to help secure it down onto the watercolor piece. And once I'm finished, I'll go ahead and remove the backing and adhere that onto the card front. For a little bit of added bling, I'll bring in some Stickles in the color blue and just add some to the blue butterfly. And I'll also do some for that purple butterfly up in the corner. And these are just some of my Stickles that I've had for many years that have been sitting in my stash. Just kind of adding a few dots here and there. Bring in some of my diamond Stickles. I'm going to add that along the rainbow, kind of in the line that it's drawn. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bring in my glitter pens from Kaiser Craft and fill in some of the parts. Now I'm also going to bring in some of my crystal glaze from Nuvo, Tonic Nuvo crystal glaze, and I'm going to go over the word cloud and just to help it stand out and look a little bit more dimensional. Once I'm finished with that, the card is done. I sure hope you enjoyed watching me color this piece, and I appreciate you spending your time with me. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again next time.